Right, it's me again. Do you know who I am? I would hope so by now, because I'll do every fucking game. It's me again. So Meowin, in case you didn't know, I'm here. I'm here with Dons and NextGen. I'm here with Dons and NextGen.
Why am I here?
I'm here with Dons and NextGen.
We did some rapping.
I'm here with Dons and NextGen.
We did some rapping.
I'm here with Dons and NextGen.
Okay, some rapping.
That's
just cringe. Right, never mind.
All right. Anyway, welcome. As you can see, Dons, formerly a giant in especially Div 2 champions in the past, but undergoing a lot of rebuilds currently. A bit of an Unk FC, if you will. And NG NextGen, similarly, former giants of the game, multiple titles under their wraps, too many to count. Players there that are at the top of the game in terms of the best players in the world, but have maybe fallen off a little bit in terms of form recently, in recent years, versus teams like Dopa taking some of their best players. However, this is a chance for them to get a 3 point, come back and get a little bit back into their previous previous form even. The standings, I'm going to have a look at them now because I actually don't know. 12 points for NG. Dons quite far at the bottom, 3 points, which it puts them 9th place. So it's a 4th versus 9th game. 2 games on either side of the table here, and I'm assuming that tactics will come into this for Dons, especially in terms of maybe playing a little bit hard to beat, not making it easy for NG to break them down, and it'll be interesting to see how NG respond. Mainly I took this stream just so I could see the tactical way of a team like NG and how they break down a maybe team playing a bit more difficult. But we'll see if they actually play like that. Who knows? They might just play all out and the result could go either way. There are players of much experience on both sides. Players of very good quality. Assuming that Dons do get their players to fill the lineup. Currently missing a few. You've got your head-to-head there. There have been some results in favour of Dons, or at least draws. But NG very much on top of them. So we shall see how they compete now. I can't believe that. 0 top of the table. 0 top, PZ, Dopa. PZ obviously playing against Dopa. A huge game that John Calvin is streaming over there. So we might not have as many viewers here. That's fine with me. I want to see the tactical prowess in display. Assuming this game does go ahead. Which is looking a little bit doubtful for the moment. As only 5, 6 players are available. Simao, I might as well go through NG's lineup at least. So the away side shows Overdose left wing, a huge goal scorer for them. Arian playing CF today. Yubo frozen on right wing, and Aguero at CM, who could play CF as well. I'm sure they will switch around here or there. Seabot at left back. Formerly one of the best CBs in the game. Interesting to see how he does in a fullback position. Megadasbra at CB. Again, a CM in his day, who now fills the role in defence at the back line. Fraser on right back. And Win in goal. A huge goalkeeper there. Can play outfield. Can dribble like a monster as well. So I'm sure it'll be nice to have him nice and composed at the back there for them. We are getting some players in now for Dons. Left wing, we've got Simao. Huge shooter on the wing there. Kat Diemi, very clinical at the CF position. Right wing, we are still waiting on Shefki CM. We know he can be a one-man team at times. Let's see how they hold him up. Pincello on the left back. Ski, finally back properly at CB. Stroger on the right back position there. Coming in from Genesis, actually. Gen to Dons, interesting. Going up against what would have been his father's team, in a sense. Nayrex filling in at right wing. An interesting one there. And they are still waiting on a goalkeeper. Cannot officially start without 6 players, including a goalkeeper. So, We'll have to see if Dons do have the players available if they are forfeiting. Hopefully it is the former and not the latter, because I am quite interested to see what kind of game we get here. I've not seen Seabot play fullback before. Fucking hell, my head's everywhere. But yeah, it should be an interesting one for sure. We shall be patient. Be patient, grab yourself a drink, maybe go for a whiz. Yeah, take your time. I mean, it might take a while as they're finding a goalkeeper. Don's losing their goalkeeper now as well. But we shall see. Oh, hiya, my goat. You know Win. Is that? I actually don't know how to say your name. I used to just say Yawin. That's what I used to say. But you know Win, is that what it is? I don't know. You tell me what your name actually is, because it would be very nice to know, so I'm not mispronouncing. And Liam, yeah, I wasn't available yesterday. I was a bit busy. I had the missus over, so unfortunately I did try and watch what I could, but yeah, I'm not too happy with that performance, to say the least, from my team. You know, especially throwing it so late in the game as well, when we could have had a draw at the very least. It was not. I mean, I could speak on that game for hours, to be honest. But, you know, we'll see if we can come back. I should be available for most games going forwards, and see if I can make out a difference there. I think maybe a little bit of miscommunication here or there with my team. I saw you did well though, your team. Yeah, it was a tense game by the looks of things, you know. I did think it was, you know, I was excited for it, to be honest, because BBLs, I would say, are quite similar in terms of style to NT. It's just sort of differences in maybe individual player styles and stuff that would be the difference makers. And I think for us, we had a bit of rusty players, and you know, I think we were missing certain players, truthfully. Jacobus being I've waxed gold about him all the time. I don't even know if that's the saying, but I've honestly waxed lyrical with him. That's the first saying. I waxed lyrical about Jacobus. He is my favourite winger in the game. Absolutely, plays so complete. Oh God. And the Dons timeout will finish in 5 seconds. They don't have their goalkeeper, claiming he'll come in a minute, but they don't have to wait. Captain Cuddles is here. However, he could step in at goalkeeper as the Dons timeout finishes, and they have to have somebody in goal. They don't, and they're kicking off with no goalie for Dons. And now Shefki going into the goal position. So we hope that the goalkeeper comes through. Captain Cuddles coming in at CM now instead. And headed out. Captain Cuddles now on the ball, driving it forwards. Don't see him in that position very often. Name Rex being two-manned, but holding it well, sending it back nice and composed. Cat DME to Fincello. Fincello back to Ski, who tries to set off a long pass, but it's not going to reach anybody. MDB now. Let's see how NG can attack this Don's defense. Overdose on the wing. He's facing up Stroger, looking to cross it in. Good save by Shefki, catching it and stopping any play from coming out there. Looking for options. Sends it to Fincello, back to Ski, who's got a bit of space and panicking a little bit. Sends it out for a NG throw-in. It's one of those things psychologically, when you're going up against NG, it doesn't matter the form they're in or the change of players or anything like that. They just have such a name about them. Teams do tend to be a bit shaky. Dons have quite a bit of experience, but a lot of newer players there as well, so they will be feeling that. Overdose crosses it in, deflected out for a corner. Hiya Rents, my boy. Well done on that game before. Great CV work. Header comes in, Cat the Emmy out, and MDB tries to strike it from distance. Into Shefke's hands though. Vincello giving a bit of space, gives it to Simao now, who's past Aguero. Being closed down though by MDB. The numbers are there for NG in back. I guess if it goes out, yeah. Let's go see him. Anyway, overdose now. C-bots in a central position. Don's very much holding a defensive wall, but Arian gets in and a light shot saved. He forced you into Valair, man. That's tragic, bro. That's tragic. Narex on the wing. Trying the first Don's attack, gets a cross in. Well defended Tracer. And the goalkeeper has arrived. He will have to wait on the bench for the right opportunity, which could come with a goal potentially, as Yubo gets it to Arian. Good tackle by Stroger. Simao losing the ball a bit blatantly there. Yubo now, can he get the cross in? He does. Headed out, MDB. MDB looking for a shot. Good save from Shefke. To Cuddles in the midfield. Looking a bit lost there. It's not his position. And Yubo now set off. Good save by Shefke on that shot. And they get the corner. Will they make the change? They have to make it quick because they don't have any timeouts. Not going to make it yet. Narex now. It is a bit of a changed lineup for Dons. Not their usual thing. Very much forced. Simao. Locked up by MDB and C-Bot. MDB sends it back to C-Bot. Guerrero playing that sort of second CB role. The new sort of meta for a CM. I'd say new. I mean, it was always similar. But CMs definitely play a bit deeper nowadays. Arian also switching out with Aguero quite seamlessly. And the ball's going to go loose. Shefke should have let that out, I would assume, if he wanted to get Poison in at goal. Instead, he's playing on. So Poison might not be ready. He might not have completed his warm-ups yet. And the ball goes forward to Narex, who pushes pressure on, Win, but does not get there in time. And C-Bot out here on the wing, faced up with Stroger, another fullback. Can he find a cross in? He's not got many options yet. Sent it back post. Good header. And well-placed cross. And that puts NG 1-0 up. Fincello unable to contain the threat on that cross. Trying to play an offside line, and Cat Diemi maybe a bit out of place there. Betrayed it. But they have got a bit more stability now. Fincello on left back. Ski, Stroger, Cooper in goal. Shefke gone to CM. Narex still on the right wing. Surprised to not see Cuddles there, to be honest. Arian sets Yubo off again, who gets another strike. And he's finding space a bit too easily on this right side. And you can't let him do that. He is a powerful shooter. Takes good advantage of that opportunity. A mistake against NG is usually a goal. And Dons were doing quite well, to be honest, before the changes. It is unfortunate they are now struggling. 2-0 down against NG, and NG will be calm. They will take their time. They will find the right pass, knowing that Dons do have to press them. Tracer taking that CM role now. Out wide to Yubo. The man with 2 goals. Could he be looking for a third? Cuts inside. Gets the pass in, but Shefke good read. Shefke still. Gets it out to Simao. The options aren't available for him. Sends it back. And Shefke not resetting, still going all the way. And a good through ball to Narex. Good vision. And well played to hold the ball up where most people would maybe reset that. Narex sends it in. Trazer heads it out. Shefki on the edge. Trying to sliver his way around. Gets blocked off by Aguero. Overdose now. Faced up with Stroger. Ski occupying the space between. And can't get through. Seabot driving it forwards. Out to Overdose. A little bit too far forward for him. Giving Dons a chance to recover. Shefki. We're going to see a lot of him on the ball today, I have a feeling. But Arian deciding to strip him of that. And Yubo, the goal scorer, can he get a hat-trick here? He's going to cut inside, pass it to Arian. And they're passing it very well. NG not taking too long on the ball. Aguero sends it in over the top of Yubo. Fincello. Don's taking their time, and Ski may be a little bit unfocused as it could be another goal. Good block from Ski on Arian's free shot. Don's still marginally in this game. Katiemi goes a long shot, but cannot get in that post. Seabot to Arian, back to MDB. And Arian taking a very flexible position here. NG are a flexible team, and that's what you want to be the best team in the game. Seabot filling that midfield slot. Aguero playing a second CB. Arian playing left back. It can confuse your enemies so well to be so fluid and get opportunities like that where Trazen is now in for a cross to Overdose. Overdose takes it down. Good save by Poison. Overdose back to Seabot. Still maintaining the ball, but Simao collecting the interception. Driving it through. Gets a nice little bit of skill to get past Aguero, but being forced to pass it. Unfortunately not making that pass. And Overdose is through onside, but taken down. Yellow card to Shefki. Yubo. Well read by Fincello on the cut inside. Arian in the centre. Tries to find a through ball. Stroger, good read. Taking it forwards. He's got Narex. Yes, Narex is through. Can he set off Cat or Simao? No, good tackle from Trazer. And NG will look to strike again. Yubo. Aguero in the middle. Can't find a shot or space to get through. But Yubo gets another opportunity here to cross it in and wins the corner. Lots of NG players in the box, but can't be found by a single one. Seabot, though, collecting the rebound. And Seabot will send it back to Aguero. He switches it to Yubo again on this right side. This is where they sense the danger, clearly. Yubo tries to get it to Arian. Good interception. Good read from the Dons defense again. And they're truly fighting tooth and nail to keep themselves within this. Let's see if it can be enough. There is still a whole half ahead of us for them to get back into this. Just a bit of fortune on their side. And it's very Man City-esque possession-based football here. With the whole Dons team behind the ball. And it did work as MDB could not find the proper long pass. Turning over the ball now, Dons looking to build up from the back. Katiemi gets it out to Simao, back out to Fincello. Good little combinations here, we like to see that. Shefki switching it all the way to Narex, who might be able to get there just a little bit too far for him and his tiny little legs. MDB now. Arian dropped in deep, gives it out, trying to find Seabot, but too high. 2 minutes left on the first half. And 2 goals behind. Which against NG is not a crazy score to have. Many teams often lose 8-0, 9-0 to this team. So maybe a bit of belief in Dons as they are playing better than maybe they expected. Yubo, can he find a cross in? He does indeed. And it's headed out, and that is the end of the first half. 2-0. NG taking the lead as the away team, and quite dominant. 61% possession and double the passes of Dons. 8 shots to 1. And the goalkeeper doing a lot of work. Well, mainly Shefki with the 5 saves to 1. Keeper does have a save himself. And NG do have a substitute in Milkhouse. I wonder if we'll see him breach the surface today. It's clear that Dons are not the favourites here, but... Oh god, huge mistake. Cooper sleeping a little bit. Quite fortunate that Yubo touched the ball there. But MDB delivered. Overdose now, 1-on-1. And very unfocused there. That little mistake from the miscommunication in defence and Cooper passing it straight to MDB. Of course, Stroker out wide, not able to get back in time. And whilst that's going on, let me see what's going on in the other game. Because I am curious. All tied up 1-1 on Dopados PZ. Shefki sets Nayrex, who shoots! From the side, you know we're not ready for that. And Dons have a goal, destroying the clean sheet. Started from Simao, crossing it in, a good rebound. Shefki, good quick thinking, setting Nayrex up, and he took that shot with confidence. And could that be the difference maker in getting them back in this game? Aguero having an unfocused moment. Fair played by Dons, which is nice to see against a team that is quite the mountain to climb in this game. Nice bit of social from Arian, thank you. Adorable, really. Aguero sets off Trazer, whose numbers are met. 2 players ready on him, forced to pass it back to Arian. The numbers are back for Dons. Seabot sent it in, headed out. MDB to Aguero, back to MDB. And they're trying to be relentless, but also have some control here. The fullback's doing the majority of the work, really. As Trazer now gets a cross in, headed out. A lot of burst through like a rhino. Trazer back to MDB there. Arian tries a through ball to Seabot, unable to reach it. Ski out to Simao, who's dropped deep here to help the build up. A little bit shaky there, but the ball is still in Don's hands as Shefki now sets it to Stroger. Stroger looking for runners, unable to find it, sends it back to Ski. And Shefki with a long ball. Simao not going to get there, as you know, when clears it. Trazer now again out on this wing, taking it on the inside of Fincella very calmly. Gets it to Yubo, who shoots, hits the post with a decent attempt there. And Don survived that onslaught. Shefki out. Switching the play again to Simao. He's doing these long balls a lot. There's an idea here, and if it was a little bit less powerful, I could see it working. Hi Ute, how you doing? Overdose back to Aguero, back to MDB. And very controlled passing. You see how they don't spend much time on the ball, they'll pass it around. And as the ball is passed away from them, they're deciding, who can I send it to next? What can I do next? That's the difference with these high-level players. They're thinking 2 steps ahead. And they're not taking too much time on the ball. Katiemi losing out to MDB. Good tackle from the CB. Switching it out to Yubo. Yubo again, who's heard his name too many times this game. But Fincello has had enough. Tackles in very well there. Overdose getting the throw in there. Tries to find Aguero, but loose. Arian collecting it over Shefki. And Yubo sends it in. Balls out. Aguero now on the wing. Seabot can't find Aguero with the return pass. Simao sends it forwards. Nayrax. He could get to this. He does indeed, but he hasn't got many options and loses it to Seabot tracking back there. Yubo again set off by Arian. Cuts inside. Takes some time. Switches it to Overdose. Overdose, good save by Poison. They've survived once again. A good attack. Arian taking his time. Fraser on the touchline. Free as Simao now presses him. The cross will come through. And headed out. Arian on the edge. Shoots. Deflected. And nearly another header there. Would have caught the goalkeeper from surprise with a bit more power. But it wasn't there. Shefki a bit wayward on that pass to Fincello. And NG have another chance at attacking, as it has felt rather relentless, if you will. MDB back to Arian, who has taken a CB position now. Flexibility is the name of the game with this team. Yubo sends it out to Trazer. Quick footwork gets it out to Arian on the edge, who shoots deflected out for a corner. And NG, another opportunity to get a goal ahead. Yubo on the edge. Can he find the shot? Gets it to Aguero. And the save well made. Not being allowed to be caught off guard this time. Ski. As NG sit back, regaining their position and stamina, waiting. Arian putting some pressure on the right back, who's taking it to Shefki now. And a good run, but Katayama just quite a bit offside. Couldn't get back in time. Nice movement, however. Tracer again. This right side seen a lot more, I'd say, than the left side, definitely. So maybe we'll see now Seabot on the left side. Ooh, getting tackled by Stroger. But he wins the throw-in. Arian back to Yubo, who's also filled in at that CB spot. This is what I mean about flexibility. Everyone will do any position. No complaints. And it allows Seabot to get a good strike in. Good save again. Poison, definitely such a talent in goal. Both of these goalkeepers, some of the top goalkeepers in the game, in my opinion. Fraser. Good tackle by Kat Dieme, cutting out the pass to Aguero, but the ball's found to Overdose, who shoots out for a corner. Aguero sent it in, header. It's a combination of Aguero and Arian. We've seen it time and time again. And both have filled in at CB during this game, but both now involved in an attack leading to a goal. Arsenal-esque, if you will. 4-1 NG, very much in control of this now. But Don's not giving up the fight. Overdose, tackled by Shefki. Woofed out by Aguero. 3 goals down for a draw. If they could just get a point, it would mean the world. But maybe there is not enough time left. You know, Win taking his time around Kat Diemi. And the rest of the Dons players all sat back waiting. trying to control any damage that may come. Yubo, we've said his name time and time again. Will it lead to another goal? Overdose with a good header. Cooper with a wonderful save again. And Shefke's in the middle. He's getting closed down. Gets it out to Narex. Sends it for Cat, who isn't aware of the pass. You know, when out wide, Seabot. Quick pass to Overdose, but under some pressure does hold on to it in the end. Fraser. Fraser still running through the midfield. Gets it to Overdose, who gets inside, looks for the shot, and from a sharp angle finds the back of the net around Poison, who has made some good saves today, but has been outdone here. 5-1, and that might be the end of any hope for Dons. 4 goals in 10 minutes. It's not really feasible against a team, a titan like NG. And I will be happy to tell you guys as well that JC's streamed game of Dopados Esperanza ended 2-1 to Dopados after a tied up first half. Aguero now to Arian, who looks for the shot, but Cooper's on it. So Dopados getting some points, very important points for them. Where does that put them in the table? I'm curious. $15 points, they're tied up now. Interesting. 3 points behind 0. And NG, if they get this win here, will they be on 12 points? Or will they be on 15? That will be very interesting to see. Let's find out in a bit. Stroger losing out on the wing. And NG maybe slowing it down a bit. Oh, the pass misread by Trazer. Pincelo out to Simao. Simao out to Shefke. We've not seen too much of him, as he is the main man of Dons, but NG know this very well. Stroger finds a cross, back post, just over the top of Simao's head, skimming the hairs. If he has any hair on his head, I don't know. Some people might be bald, fair enough. Overdose. Tackled by Narex to Katiemi. And Shefke looking for the options, but can't find one. Overdose, good interception on that. Yubo to Arian. Back to MDB. And taking their time, controlling the game, building up their passes, as you must do to get your rating up. Ball out to Yubo. Aguero. Losing out to Ski, who's made some good tackles this game, but hasn't been enough. Yubo's still looking for that hat-trick. And he is on the corner now. 2 people waiting on hat-tricks. Overdose as well. Will either of them find it in the last seconds of the game? Unlikely, it seems, as Dons lead an attack. A consolation goal they are hoping for. Simao taking it forwards. He's got 2 people ready in the box waiting for him. Finds nobody but Seabot. And of course Seabot will be there. A good reader of the defense. 5-1. Dons losing out to NG. A well-fought game, but quite dominant for NG, as you expect from them. And a bit of mess at the beginning. Let's see, how's that affected the standards? Have they gone up to 15 points? Let's find out. So I'll fix that scoreline there. 1-5. And make it a little bit bigger. How about that? So that does put NG tied up at 15 points now. So they're tied second place after that win. Quite a crucial victory for them. Absolutely. And damn, they're going straight into a game versus 0. So I'm doubting we're going to get any interviews from them. Or Dons, probably. Plus, I've got shit to do. So I don't think I will have time. Anyway, But yes, NG getting that 15 point, tying up for second. Now they've got a game against, well, let's see, Era was streaming it versus Zero, who are currently the league champions. That will be a very interesting game to watch. I'll definitely have to put that up on my own monitor as well. Seabot is quite the player. Oh, yes, he is. Absolutely. Seabot is, he's goated. He is goated. What a guy, honestly. And a lovely guy as well. Absolutely. But all around, good play from NG. They do get the win that they needed to get themselves back into this title race. If they take this match against Zero and they get the win, it could be a huge difference maker coming up to the split for the title race. But we shall see. Anyway, boys, thank you for watching. I've been your host, Meowin. We've seen two powerhouses, but NG on top and still looking to be at the top by the end of the day. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.